What's up everyone, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another collaboration beer. This time between the WeldWerks Brewing Company, and they are out of Greeley, Colorado, and the Other Half Brewing Company, and they are headquartered in Brooklyn, New York, and this is their Triple Juicy Diamonds. So they're calling this one a Hazy Triple IPA that comes in at 9.2% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. And this can is just over 5 weeks old. So we got another collaboration between WeldWerks and Other Half here. Last summer, I reviewed their, what was the name of it? Extra Broccoli, I think it was called. It was a mashup of their WeldWerks, that is, their extra juicy bits and the double dry hopped broccoli from Other Half, and it was absolutely delicious. So this is another mashup of the regular, I think, juicy bits from WeldWerks and Space Diamonds from Other Half. So the hops in this one are Citra, Mosaic, Dorado, and Galaxy. The first three are from Juicy Bits, and then Galaxy's from Space Diamonds, which is a Galaxy-only double IPA. Now, I've had the double dry hop Juicy Bits, really tasty, and I've also had Space Diamonds, also very tasty. So I'm curious to see how this one is, but I'm here for it. So 9.2%, they're calling it a triple IPA. I don't know, like, what... I always thought, like, if you're going to call a beer triple IPA, it should be like 10% or plus. I don't know. Does it really matter? Not really. You could have just said Hazy Imperial IPA and no one would have said anything. Certainly I wouldn't. So anyway, we're going to use the Other Half in Genesee Dream Tiku because I love this glass. I don't use it enough. You really can't see the beer when you're doing a beer review, which is why I don't use it all that often. So do something like that. Nice little pour there and put this over here. I really like this label for sure. I think it's nice. Throw it like that. Or like that. I got to put it in the middle. OCD kick it in. Anyway, yeah, that looks really nice. It has that old school, to me, Other Half color, right? This is brewed at WeldWerks, but this has that, you know, I would always say for the longest time with Other Half beers, honey orange color, and that's what it has. It has a hazy honey orange color, murky turbid, can't see through it. Almost a two-finger of a super incredibly creamy looking head. It's, again, off-white, eggshell white, but it's so creamy looking. It looks almost nitro-esque, the head. Hold it up to the light. Yeah, you can't see anything through it. Looks absolutely fantastic. Maybe not in this glass because, again, this is the Other Half and Jenny glass, but it is what it is. Anyway, let's get a nose on this one. Oh, honestly, not overly complex in the nose. It's that old school Galaxy crushed pineapple or like pineapple juice mixed with this really nice orange juice and a touch of like mango. So it's like if you bought like a hybrid of a pineapple mango orange juice, that's what it smells like. It's sweeter, or there's a perceived sweetness in the nose. There is a nice like herbaceous kind of slight dank character on the nose as well. Maybe a little of a zippy citrus, like a grapefruit zest or like an orange zest. Grapefruit pith, something that's a little bit more bittering and like zesty as opposed to the actual juice part. Yeah, it doesn't smell overly complex, but it smells fucking delicious. Let's get into it. Cheers, everyone. Very, very tasty. Forgot to mention, this was an original collaboration they did years back, and WeldWerks brought it back for Other Half's 10th anniversary. I've reviewed a couple beers like that lately. I think the first was Bellwoods and Other Half's Mylar Shark, which they rebrewed for the 10th anniversary. And then I don't know what if you'll. I think you're going to see this after I did the Dancing Gnome and Other Half collab, Aero Bars and No Cassette, which is another one they brought back and rebrewed for the 10th anniversary. So WeldWerks joined the fray. It's funny, I haven't reviewed any straight Other Half beers in a while, but I've reviewed Other Half collabs in support of their 10th anniversary. Kind of odd. Yeah, it's weird. Body in this is really nice. Higher side of medium, lower side of full. 9.2%. Some might say it's a bit thin, but I think it's kind of right where it needs to be. The mouthfeel. It's not quite of the old school Other Half, you know, Daydream or Dream series where it's just like the mouthfeel is immaculate, but it's really nice. It's softer because it's like mild to moderately carbonated. It's smooth. It has a nice touch of creaminess to it. This is an incredibly drinkable and scary drinkable 9.2% beer. It definitely has a sweetness to it, and it leans a little bit sweeter, but it's not cloying or anything. But I get no alcohol. There's like no warming in my chest, nothing on the palate. Like it's amazing 9.2% that it hides it as well as it does. Right up front though, I get a lot of citrus. It's orange, it's tangerine, it's grapefruit. But again, it's not like overly juicy. Like you get a little bit like orange juice, but it also has like that pithy kind of rindy sensation as well. Midway through the palate is where I get gobs of different like sweet stone fruits. Like I get like peach rings, like peach gummy rings. There's like an overripened, like sweeter mango. There's a crushed pineapple, sweet pineapple. So that note I was talking about in the aroma where I said it was like a hybrid of a pineapple, mango, and orange juice, kind of delivering the same feeling on the palate. On the back of the palate is where this one kind of balances out a little bit. It has an herbaceous, dank kind of finish. Almost. I said almost. Yeah, I said almost. Almost, Joe. almost akin to like a little bit of like a West Coast kind of double IPA vibe where it has a little bit of like a resinous pine, believe it or not. So it's herbaceous, it's dank, a little bit of resinous pine on the finish. The finish is semi-dry with a mild to moderate bitterness. So again, this leans a little bit sweeter, but I think that finish kind of rings it in a little bit because it does have some bitterness and it does have a dryness. Again, 9.2%. Now as I continue to drink out, maybe a little bit of warming in the chest, nothing on the palate. Very scary, drinkable, like I said. Like I could crush a couple of these and I'd be feeling just fantastic. And if I was doing this blind, I'd guess probably like 8%. Probably 8, maybe 8.5, but 8. And this is 9.2, so that's scary. I don't know what it is about WeldWerks and Other Half in terms of their collabs, but that extra broccoli was fantastic, and this is not far behind. I don't know what I gave that beer. I think I might have gave that beer in like a 4.5 range. This isn't going to get that, but it's going to be close. Let me go one more sip, and then I'm going to lock in a rating. There's also a little bit of like, I don't think they use lactose in it, but a little bit of like a vanilla tinge, almost giving me slight creamsicle vibes. Could be coming from the yeast. A lot of times the yeast I get vanilla, where a lot of folks will get like cotton candy or bubble gum. Sometimes I'll get vanilla. So it could be the yeast in this situation. All I know is another great collab between WeldWerks and Other Half. Hope they continue to do more because I'll pick them up. So I really like this one. I think that Galaxy shining through with that pineapple character from Space Diamonds, and then the rest is from Juicy Bits. All I know is at the end of the day, I'm glad I picked this one up, and we're giving it appropriate rating. So, Triple Juicy Diamonds collaboration between WeldWerks and Other Half. I have no issues whatsoever. And I say that, Joe, you gotta stop saying no issues. I'll rein it in. I'll figure it out at some point. That's why I said to figure it out. Letterkenny fans, you know what I'm talking about. I'm going to give this a high 4.25 and go 4.35. I think this is delicious. Not as good as that extra broccoli, but not far behind. So if you see this one and you are anywhere, in the area of distribution for Other Half and WeldWerks, like I'm in Buffalo, New York, and I saw this one. If you get WeldWerks beers, you probably should see this one. Just grab it for your own sanity. Again, by the time you see this one, this can might be almost 2 months old, but it's just over 5 weeks old, and it's drinking exceptionally well. Like, I don't feel like there's any drop off whatsoever. So throw this over here. Price point availability. This was like $24 a 4-pack in my neck of the woods. We could pay $6.29 for that can. Is it a little bit expensive? Yes. Am I disappointed I picked it up at that price point? No, I paid $6.29 for that can, and I would totally do it again. And you probably at the brewery, there's probably like $20 to $22 a 4-pack. I'd imagine not 24. It's a fine price point. And availability, it's WeldWerks. Like I said, they get weird distro across the US. If you get their stuff, you probably should have already seen this one. Maybe it's still in the cooler or on the shelf somewhere locally to you. Hopefully it's in the cooler because it does say on the side of the can to keep cold and drink fresh, which we all always know that every single bottle shop and beer store you go to totally keeps those beers cold and are super fresh at all times, right? Am I right? Anyway, if you've had this one before, post in the comment section. I don't know if they've done any other collabs other than the two that I've had, but I'll tell you what, I want more collabs between WeldWerks and Other Half because this is a fucking delicious beer. And I have to review some more Other Half this year. It's been, I've kind of cut. Here's the thing about Other Half. I'm going to go on a rant. This will be a longer review, whatever. With Other Half, there are so many fucking beers now. There are so many beers Other Half releases. They do their special, they'll do anniversary releases. They'll do their Freaky Friday. They'll do a bunch of collabs and stuff. I can't keep track. But I just got to pick a random one that shows up. And go from there because it's kind of ridiculous the amount of beers they kick out, and they have so many different locations now. I'm almost overwhelmed by the selection of just Other Half themselves that I don't know what to review. So if you have any suggestions of something I should review from Other Half that I haven't reviewed on the channel, post into the comment section, and I'll try to get to it, because I've been, figuring that I'm going to review another half beer in the next month or so, and I want something that folks want to see and that I want to drink. So anyway, going to shut it down. Appreciate it. To the next one. Cheers.